thermostat.
Bernard, so you're telling me that you would like to see evidence, maybe like an X-ray or MRI, something that Errol Spence. That would be my first question for you,
But listen,
Bernard.
I think the fans. I think I already said it, but I'll say it again. Even though I feel like I'm repeating myself from yesterday, I think I was really clear on telling the world why this fight didn't happen. I think the credibility comes when you show. Exhibit 1. See, I'm a showing person. I'm not I'm not going to tell you what happened, and you got to take my word for it. Not that I'm saying you shouldn't. But if I show you, I don't have to do too much speaking. So we can shut everybody up that think the same way or label it as a theory. Then there's a doctor who had to diagnose that situation, correct?
Yes.
Well, that doctor exists, correct?
Has to.
We'll let the doctor reveal himself. And then we'll do this again one day.
Let me backtrack.
I believe doctors.
We all should, especially what's going on right now. But Bernard, let me rewind.
What's good, family? Smash the like button and subscribe. So, we just heard there from your man the YB's secret source, no doubt insider source. Your man's Bernard Hopkins, aka Mr. X, Source X, has not only reconfirmed his first statements, he's now doubled down and offered us a deeper insight into Errol the fake Spence, his narrative, and the PBC, the PBC protection from Pacquiao program. Let me say it one more time. Yeah? We hear a lot about PPP. How about this? The PBC protection from Pacquiao. PPFP. In fact, it's the PBC protection from Pacquiao. No doubt. PPFP. 100%. That is what B-Hop has exposed. No doubt about that. Let's get to his comments. Listen. He says, if you want credibility, you need to come in with exhibits. And to this day, how long has it been now? It's been about 2 weeks. 2 weeks since Errol Spence and the PPFP, the PBC Protection from Pacquiao program, The PBC Protection from Pacquiao program, the PPFPP. No doubt about that. 100% confirmed. It's confirmed. Ever since the PPFPP came out, all we've seen is a picture. That's it. Now, we haven't asked for much. Bear in mind, there's fans who have paid tickets, paid hotels, paid whatever else, and lost out. I think the least us as fans, us stakeholders, we literally, bottom line, we have a stake. We had a stake in Pacquiao versus Spence, financially speaking. That's on Errol Spence to satisfy that financial, whatever you want to call it, that financial liability we have as fans. We've put money up into thin air. And what are you telling me? All the fans' money, all the fans' time that's been wasted. And all it's worth is a picture. But never mind that. B-Hop even says, Mr. X, Source X even says that, listen, it's not even really about the fans, to be fair. Really, it's about your credibility as a fighter. Let's not forget, Errol Spence has been rocking around. Oh man, I'm the truth, and Errol man down Spence, and man down, and giving it all that. Oh man, I'm Errol Spence, I'm Errol the Truth Spence, all that kind of goofiness Errol Spence has been doing. I'm the truth, man down. Where's his credibility? Where is that the world we live in today, where you can just put a picture out? And because he said it's true, it's true. Now, I'm not being funny. We've all seen how the C19 narrative has developed over the last 18 months, since March last year. Since March last year, we've all seen the C19 narrative develop. And what do we know about that situation? How is that situation relevant to this Errol Spence thing? Well, how many professional doctors have we come out talking about situations? A whole load. So where's all the doctors at? And better yet, like B-Hop said, like Mr. X said, like Source X said, Why isn't Errol Spence as his own man? As the man down? As the truth? It's funny, Errol the Truth Spence. Why is Mr. The Truth not trying to prove the truth out there? Innit? He should say, Doc, would you mind, bearing in mind I've just inconvenienced a whole bag of fans, would you mind discussing my diagnosis on a video, on an IG Live? Would you mind discussing my situation, how my surgery went? Let's not forget, Errol Spence is alleging he's not been involved with one doctor. He alleges, number one, he spoke to 3 doctors for an initial diagnosis. That's the initial diagnosis stage. Yeah? There's 3 doctors. He could have interviewed any one of them. Don't forget, not only could have Errol Spence done it personally, he could have got Fox PBC in, the Fox camera crew for the All Access 24/7. He could have got one of them camera crews in to make sure his case gets out. You know what I'm saying? To make sure his credibility and to make sure Errol the Truth Spence, to make sure that mystique was maintained. Oops. Guess what? Errol Spence ain't been doing none of that. He's happy to just snap a quick picture and flick it out. Not so much the truth now, was he? There wasn't much truth when it came to this whole fake eye gate, was there? Oops. Not even a little bit of truth has Errol the fake Spence put out there. It's all been lies. But like I was saying, not only did he say he spoke to 3 doctors for his initial diagnosis, he could have spoke to any one of them on a video link. Number 2, the operating doctor, he alleged he had a surgery. He could have spoke to any of them, the team. I'm pretty sure there would have been a team of people. Where's the interview with them, man? So you've got diagnosing doctors, you've got operating doctors, and then whatever he has with his aftercare. Now, most likely, the operating doctor probably does the aftercare, but either way, where they at? Yeah, where are they? And I think you'll find B-Hop talks about credibility, but the problem is, the reason we haven't seen no interviews, and the reason we haven't seen any supporting information or evidence, is because the minute you attach someone to something, if it isn't true, they're going to jail. Does that make sense? If a doctor didn't really operate on Errol Spence, he can't get an official doctor on a camera to lie. And I'm sorry, that's what it's looking like right now. Because if it wasn't, if it was the truth, I've just explained to you, yeah, that Errol Spence over the last week allegedly has interacted with plenty of doctors. We're talking about a high-profile client here. These doctors, especially in America, they love getting their face out there because it's big business, private business. A lot of these, what do they call them? A lot of these practices, these doctors' practices, it's all marketing. Do you understand? They'd love nothing more than to get their practice out there, being associated. Oh look, we repaired you know what I'm saying? We repaired the top boxer's eye, whatever you want to call it, his retina. Do you understand? Great marketing. Oops. All of a sudden, you got a world champion boxer and you can't get no doctors to talk about what they did with you. That don't make no sense. I'm sorry. Doctors would be rock hard to be able to have a video out there explaining how they were the ones to fix a boxer's eye. Because you can just imagine all of the... it's basically a massive ad. That's basically an advertisement. I wouldn't be surprised, here if the doctor asked Errol Spence, "Oh, would you mind if I..." You know what I'm saying? Would you mind if I discuss your case? Oops. Errol Spence ain't put no video out. He hasn't tried. And you know what? He could have come out and said, "Oh, you know what, guys? Here's a picture of my injury, but I did try and get a doctor on camera, but they refused to. They refused to discuss my case on camera." He didn't do that. So even that in itself proves that he wasn't even trying. So my question to you is, all of you Errol the fake Spence fans, why has Errol Spence not even tried to provide or tried to reach a level of acceptable truth? Why does he think it's acceptable for fans who have spent and lost out on a massive fight and lost out financially potentially? Why does he think a goofy picture, which anyone could have made, I could make that picture. Apart from a goofy picture, where's the level of evidence? There's no level of evidence. And he's had ample opportunity And I'm sorry, the more you look around or the more time that goes by, it just stinks. It stinks of something fishy. And what gets me is that when this news broke here, the first thing I said, you can go and watch the video back. When this news broke, I said, oh, Tyson Fury, when he got caught lying about C19, he was sloppy. He was out and about in the town and whatnot. I said, Errol Spence, you better at least send us a picture of your eye in a patch. And then obviously, what have we seen? All we've got is Errol Spence with a patch on his eye. Now, I'm not saying it was me who made him do it, but my point is, that was the most bare minimum. Bare minimum. I mean, do these fighters have no shame? But the problem is, you see, the way boxing is today, boxing's in the dirt because you've got young fighters now, like Errol Spence. In fact, what's happened here with Errol Spence, sums up the state of boxing, where you've got old fighters who call themselves the truth, pulling out against 50-year-old men. Do you know why he pulled out? Because Manny Pacquiao is cut from different cloth. Manny Pacquiao is one of the last ones of a dying breed. These throwback fighters, these fighters from the late 90s and whatnot, they're bred differently. You know what I'm saying? Pacquiao's bred differently. It's a different mindset. Why do you think Pacquiao is out here fighting Keith Thurman, pushing Keith Thurman's bubbly wig back for him? Yeah? Rock hard over Errol Spence. That's a throwback mentality. Errol Spence don't even want to get in there with his own era. Manny Pacquiao washed the era before him, washed his era, and now he's doing the ones after. Pacquiao wants to poke them all, yeah? No doubt. But that mentality Pacquiao has is a dying breed. Your man's Errol Spence, he don't want to fight his own peers. Yeah? He stays scary, and now he's running from Pacquiao. And to add insult to injury, for me now, this is dead, this is buried. And I think this will probably be one of the last videos I do on this topic, unless it's some more development, because it's a fact now. The facts are, Errol Spence has been proven to have faked his eye injury. And if you disagree, if you don't like it, show me some evidence. Show me something which is definitive. We haven't seen nothing, and it's disgusting. And the fact, Errol, and there's things as well, if you look around, it's actually quite a big topic that Errol Spence faked his eye injury. So my point is, and we know Errol Spence. I've seen Errol Spence on all of these. Errol Spence has done quite a few interviews on some of these small or some of these LDBC YouTube channels. So what I say to you is, Errol Spence is out and about on YouTube. He's seen the reaction about his fake eye injury. So my question to you again, Errol the fake Spence fans, is that Errol Spence has seen the allegations that he's lying. How can he have seen these and still not provided no evidence? Now you can say, oh well, he doesn't owe haters anything. Well, not really. It's just about the facts. He should say, you know what? And it's the thing, when events are true, when the truth we know is true. And what that means is, when you know the truth is true, it's not hard to prove. Or it's not an effort, is it? All it would take is one email from Errol Spence to say, listen, can we do an interview? Can you explain my diagnosis and how the operation went for my injury? It takes 5 minutes. 5 minutes to put everyone's concerns to rest. Errol Spence didn't do that. Why? Because he can't. He doesn't want to get caught up in a federal conspiracy for dragging in. No real doctor is gonna put their career on the line to support Errol the fake Spence's lies. At the end of the day, B-Hop has exposed it. Yeah, because we're not in the 1960s now. It's 2021. Everyone's got a camera. It'd take 5 minutes. It would have taken 5 minutes. And we haven't seen nothing. And that's another thing. You know what? Scrap the doctor. Scrap the whole doctor interview narrative I've given you. How about this? All we've seen is a picture, yeah? Why didn't Errol Spence get one of his team to, number one, record or Instagram live or record a video of him during his operation? Oops. Why didn't he show us some video of him in the hospital, getting his eye, you know what I'm saying, getting the treatment, or before the treatment, with all the doctors and nurses around him, when he's gone under when he's gone under local anaesthetic or whatever, and he's been put under. Where's the video of that? Innit? Oops. So never mind. Oh, we couldn't get anyone to go on camera. Oh, fine. Just innit? Why couldn't I've seen Errol Spence on Instagram Live a whole load of times, but wait there. The one time it really matters, he couldn't go on Instagram Live and film his surgery. Oops. Or film something around it. Film something whilst it's in the hospital. Isn't that amazing? Anyway, listen. B-Hop. Yeah? Source X exposing Errol the fake Spence. Errol, you down bad. Yeah? Pacquiao is your daddy. In fact, your new name, Errol Pacquiao. 100%. Errol Pacquiao, he finished.